Hey guys, this is Wolfie, and today we're going to talk about some crazy news with the 49ers. Not really that crazy, I'm not going to lie to you, but it's still some updates going on with a couple fines here and there. Players are going to come back on Monday, and then we're going to watch a couple players react to Issaac Guerendo's run, and then we're going to watch some player interviews in the locker room as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the fine situation. Dre Greenlaw has been fined $14,069. I don't know how they get these numbers, and I don't know where these numbers come from. So I'm a little shocked to see like weird ass numbers like that. Like, is it from? Are they judging based upon the time in which he pushed himself? Like he pushed the Cardinals player Trey McBride. I don't know why that number is 14,069. It's such a weird number. And it's the same thing you could say for the rest of the fines, because also Charvarius Ward got fined for him. He was playing this time. He was playing this time around, but he got a shove, and he got fined $11,255. Trey McBride got fined $9,545. Those are weird numbers, man. Who comes up with these numbers? Who comes up with these fines? What are you looking at to be like, let's go ahead and fine Greenlaw $14,069. It's so random. But by the way, 69. Nice. So those are the fines that Dre Greenlaw has got. I think that's bullshit. I think that's just a weird number. I've never liked fines because fines are like, okay, so maybe finding Greenlaw in this situation is correct because he wasn't playing and he decided to go and push a player, so I could see that. But some things I just like when players get fined by like just playing football, basic ass football, wasn't a penalty or nothing like that. They would get a fine in the mail saying, "Oh, you owe $50,000 for accidentally bumping into a guy." Like, it's so ridiculous. Fines are weird. I'm not a fan of fines. I think they're stupid, and every time I see them, I think about like all these players who get paid like what, $900,000 or whatever. The NFL could take it back in a heartbeat in fines. You could probably accumulate like $100,000 in fines for like an average player at some. If you are not even a bad person, or if you have a history of being bad or anything like that, you can get fined a lot of money, and it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. I think the fines are just, they don't make sense to me. Like, why are you fining someone this exact number? $14,069, dude. What the fuck? That's so weird, dude. Then Ward, $11,255. I feel it's almost like Trey McBride's even weirder, $9,545. What are we even doing here? So these fines are ridiculous. I wonder what you guys think. Let me know in the comments, because I think it's absurd. They're never justified, the amount in which these players are fined. Some players are millionaires, so they can afford things like that. But there are some players who get fined who are not, such as Brock Purdy, undrafted free agents, etc. I think it's stupid. Fines are stupid. They way overcharge people for the dumbest shit. It's crazy to me, dude. It's crazy how much people get charged for that. So let's go ahead and jump into the next thing. That was the fines in which these players got. Again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And of course, like the video, like the live. It supports the channel. It helps me grow, and that's the dream. That's the dream. That's the dream. So that's that news. Also, Pearsall is back on Monday. Don't expect him to play right away against the Kansas City Chiefs. I do expect him to have to revamp himself up, get used to the play. It's going to be like training camp for him. We might see him after the bye, but I wouldn't be shocked even if we don't see him after that, because he does need to get back into shape. He needs to get back into football shape. Even though he's been practicing, he's probably been running around, probably staying in shape. But we all know that playing football actually in the NFL is not – it's not the same as just working out on the side. We've seen plenty of players that work out on the side as they're holding out, for example, and it's not enough. Brandon Ayuk, for example, was working out on the side, didn't work out for us. Trent Williams apparently did not work out at all, and he's still working to get himself back. So I expect the same thing from Ricky Pearsall, because he does need to get some action in practice, some action in practice, and that's going to take about it just depends upon Ricky Pearsall, how long. He's a rookie, though, so it might take longer. But, yeah, I think the 49ers are probably aiming for him to play on when we come back from the bye week, week 10. But we'll see. I wouldn't count on it too much though either, man. Like I'm not going to take any timetable that anybody gives me and actually hold it to Pearsall, unless it's like week 14 or whatever, and he's been back. Then I'll probably have a problem with that. But 3-4 weeks or whatever for him to get back into shape, I could see that. I could see that. So Ricky Pearsall. And then next, the NFL did not apologize for the blown call in the Seattle Seahawks game where it hit that dude's finger clear as day on the TV. Apparently, Amazon doesn't have regular angle fucking TV screens. Like, I don't understand that. Because you literally just look at the regular cameras on this, like, they're supposed to have these top-notch angles everywhere. I'm sure you've heard this before. But it's just mind-blowing that a billion-dollar company can't figure it out like that. To not have that angle, that is a bullshit excuse. It is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Here's a quote from someone who was, I can't remember who it was, but the rules analyst for the game. What do you say? After next blah, blah. I got to find it real quick. After next commercial break. Okay, after the next commercial break, McCauley came back onto the broadcast and said he spoke to a longtime NFL senior vice president of officiating, Walt Anderson, who admitted the league did not see Amazon's enhanced replays showing the ball bouncing off the Williams finger. You did not need to enhance anything. You didn't need to zoom in. You could see it on regular television that it hit his finger. And how do you not have that? How do you not have that angle, that ability to enhance at all? But yet, you can have it on the regular TV screen for everyone else to see. That makes no sense. So, I mean, it's going to get forgotten in history. It's going to get forgotten at some point because that's what happens in the NFL. It's a regular season game. It didn't cost the 49ers, whatever. So, at some point, it's going to be forgotten. But I swear to God, if there's ever a complaint that the NFL is rigged, that is one that I cannot argue. I would not be able to say to somebody, the NFL's not rigged. Oh, yeah, what about that finger move there? What was that? I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Maybe, and some people say, well, they let the 49ers win. Well, maybe, to a sense. You don't know what they were trying to do. They could have been trying to get the turnover under instead of over. There's other ways to bet that could affect the game by getting that finger off. So, to not call that play. So maybe not specifically to have the 49ers lose, but maybe something that messed with the turnover ratio. I'm not arguing that the NFL is rigged, okay? Even if it was rigged, I'm still watching it. I still enjoy it. I still love it. But I'm talking about for the people who complain about it and say that it is. This is one of those things that you cannot argue with, that if they were to bring it up, like, hey, what about this moment? It is such an obvious moment. It is such an obvious call that you miss. I can't believe they called that. It wasn't even like remotely close. It wasn't 99.9% chance that he didn't touch him or whatever. It was 100% touched him. Obvious. You saw it hit his finger with a regular I don't know. It's mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing they'll call something like that when all of us are watching this happen. If the 49ers lost that game, Jesus, dude. Holy crap. We'd still be talking about it to this day, even though I'm talking about it right now. But we were talking about it for a very, very long time. So thankfully, we didn't lose, but somebody lost out on the turnover situation for sure, probably. Because that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. What's up, Milwaukee? Milwaukee in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So that's how I feel about the rule. I think it's stupid. Not the rule, but the call. Again, luckily it didn't cost the 49ers to win, but it probably cost somebody money who tried betting on the turnovers or something. I don't know. How many yards Seattle Seahawks have? I don't know. So, all right. So that's the news. That's the update on the fines with all the 49ers players, with the whole push and shoving happening with Trey McBride against the Cardinals. Then the NFL did not apologize for the blown call. They're just letting it go, trying to let it slide, and I think it's fucking stupid. The only thing they admitted was the fact that they did not see the Amazon's enhanced replay. That's it. So they don't even they're just pissing on us and calling it rain straight up into our faces. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So injury up report as well. Injury update. Mason is day-to-day with an AC joint shoulder. Woo! We need him. Even though Guerendo's been good, he's been clutch. He hasn't been great. He hasn't been as good as Mason. He's faster, but got to give it to Mason's important. We need to keep Mason around. AC joint shoulder. He should be back. It's day-to-day, so that's good. Whew. Just talked about Pearsall. Jordan Elliott should practice on Monday as well with Pearsall. Ward is also day-to-day with a knee injury, but there's no update when he's going to come back whatsoever. But if it's day-to-day, it could be against the Chiefs. I can imagine it is. If it's day-to-day now, and we have a 10-day break now, and he's already been out for like a week or so, he's got to come back against the Kansas City Chiefs game, which is his old team. So it'll be great to see him. I bet he was like, hey, let me rest the Seattle game because I'm not feeling great, but I will feel great by that Kansas City Chiefs game. Put me as day-to-day. I'll be there. I want to beat them. I want to beat the Chiefs. And I want him to beat the Chiefs too. And that's how I took it. That's how I took this situation. Like, rest him and come back. So Ward is day-to-day with the knee injury. The kicker. Everyone was worried about the kicker. Hey, are we going to have to get a third kicker because he had to make a tackle in special teams again, or a kicker had to make a play again? He hurt his shoulder, but he's okay. It's okay. And a lot of people will be like, well, even if he did hurt his shoulder, he can still kick. What you don't understand is, like, technique is a thing. So we don't know if, like, he needs to pull his – I don't know what it takes to kick, so I don't know how it works. But I'm pretty sure that the flow of your shoulder and how you twist or how you move your body and stuff can mess with you. I don't know the technique of kicking, but I can imagine that twisting your body, moving your body in this, like, this way or stuff like this, I can imagine that interfering with your kick. So I don't want to say it's just simply, oh, he hurt his shoulder, so he should be back. Blah, blah, blah. No, man. Technique is a thing. And if it messes with your technique, don't come back. You're not going to kick as good. You're not going to do as well. You know, it's kind of like when a quarterback hurts like his left hand or something shit. He doesn't throw with it, but he still needs it to kind of like do stuff with it. You know what I mean? And it can become a problem. Technique is a problem. Technique's a thing. So Jordan Elliott should be back. The kicker is going to be back. He is day-to-day. His MRI came back negative. He is good. He'll be there to play against the Kansas City Chiefs. Personally, am I a big fan of Wright and what he did? Yes, I'm a big fan of what he did. However, he does have one glaring weakness that I'm sure we can all agree with, and that's the fact that he cannot kick a ball very far. Holy crap, can he not kick a ball very far? He's almost like Robbie Gould. I think Robbie Gould would be worse at this point, but he cannot kick it very far. So I don't imagine us kicking 50-yard field goals, maybe anything under 50, because he does not have a powerful leg. Maybe over time he'll develop one and get a lot better at it because he was a free agent, and rest does make you weaker. Well, can make you weaker if you're not like you rest and then you don't keep pushing yourself. You keep resting and not push yourself. You're not going to get better at something, right? Or get stronger at something, right? So maybe he wasn't doing much because from what I saw, man, that dude cannot kick far at all. He's accurate. He's a very accurate kicker from what I saw. Like, he's hitting the middle a little bit for the most part. But my God, does he have no power? Like, no power at all. And then you got Mustafa, who's also day-to-day with an ankle sprain. Ew. Good luck. That is such a lucky thing because Mustafa day-to-day ankle sprain could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. It could be season ending. It could be 8 weeks, 6 weeks, man. Thank God. Thank God Mustafa is okay. So we got out of the Seahawks game alive. Okay, all the players that got hurt that could have been longer, like Mason, not Ward, but Jordan Elliott, Mustafa, etc., they're okay. The kicker, we're okay. So if we could continue to get healthy from here on out, if we could just get players back right now, it's only up from here. It's only up from here, man. We already lost Curtis Robinson, and then we lost Hargrave for the rest of the year. CMC is still to be determined because we don't know anything at all. I do know that he's not coming back in October. If he does, I would be shocked personally if he comes back in October. But I do expect him to come back sometime in November. And if he doesn't come back in November, it's kind of a bad sign that he's probably not coming back this year. And that he is just a smokescreen at this point for like players having to prepare just in case he comes back. So hopefully that's not a problem. So that is all the news, and that is all the injury updates right now, currently, and the fines that Dre Greenlaw got and the rest of the players as well. So there's that. And yeah. And before we get into the videos, be sure to like the live, guys. Sports channel helps me go far. I'm growing like from here and going up to here. That's the plan. And I cannot do it without you guys. So like the live. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into one video. I want to show you guys. Issaac Guerendo reacts to his run. A lot of people think that he slid. I don't think he slid. I think he was tackled. That's my opinion. That's the minority opinion here. But a lot of people want to give him credit that he had an high IQ move and slid. We'll see. Let's see what the players think of that play. The players think of that play. Boom. Boom. Bring it up. And I hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday.
I saw the seam and I hit it. You know, I saw people on the sideline saying get down. So you never know where that decision's coming from. So just wanted to be safe, be smart right there. And then I already told Juice he owes me one at the end. But I was just happy to come out with the team.
He didn't slide there at the end.
Hell no, we want him to score, and I don't think he slid. That's what he's claiming. I think he slid. I think 21's a fast player, and he got him a little bit there at the end. I think. I'll see it. You guys saw it. But it ended up working out better for us.
I don't know why he didn't score. I would have scored. He said he was looking at the sideline and people was telling him to go down for what I don't know. Why he looking at the sideline running anyway. But man, that's just huge. It's kind of like next man up mentality. We always want money out there, but Ronaldo went out there and took advantage of the opportunity. Yeah,
Issaac went for however far that was, 70-something yards. 71, decent. And then he slid too, just so Kyle could get a touchdown. Kyle's in everybody's ear about that stuff. It's hilarious.
We've all been waiting to see IG kind of turn it loose. We know he's a blazer. Reminds us a lot of Raheem Mostert.
You know what I noticed about his hat, his beanie? It's like a crown. I wonder if he intentionally did that. I wonder if that intentionally was supposed to be like a crown.
Bobby T said he's an eyelash slower, but I don't know. The kid can run, so he said he was going down on purpose. So we'll give him that.
Yeah, Issaac getting in at the end and pulling away. It was sort of like a little throwback memory of like when Jordan Mason got in a couple years ago and he had his run at the end.
You're gonna do that to me at the end of that video, bro? That's messed up. That's messed up. All right, so that is Guerendo. In his situation, Brock Purdy responded, Deebo Samuel responded, George Kittle responded. Kyle Shanahan responded. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that was a slide? Or do you think that was a tackle? I thought it was a tackle. I thought I got his leg and stuff, and then he slid at the end to try to, recover himself. And I think maybe people were telling him to slide, and as he was getting tackled, he was like, let me slide real quick. I don't think that was a slide. I think it was just a move that he did at the end there as he was getting tackled. But, all right, that's a video on Guerendo there. And then we are going to watch not Debo, but we can watch Brock Purdy, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa. I don't really like Nick Bosa interviews. We're going to watch this Trent Williams, Fred, Debo. Let's watch Debo. Let's just do Debo's real quick. It's only 2 minutes, something seconds. It's not that long. So let's go ahead and do Debo's. Debo's live video interview. Live interview.
I had to fake block the outside linebacker, and he fell off. And then I see the ball in the air, and once the ball in the air, we always talk to attack it, and then whatever happened, that's it. It's off to the races.
Deebo, just down 2 games in the division, can you describe the must-win situation, or if it was a must-win?
It was definitely a must-win, but kind of look at must-wins a little different. Must-wins are like if you lose, you're done. So at the end of the day, we treat it as a must-win for sure to get back on track. And, we got this mini bye and then get back to work on Monday, Tuesday, whichever day Cal want to have a bonus practice.
It's not the first time you guys had your backs against
Monday.
a little bit and
Monday.
Come up with a big win. What is it about this team that allows you guys to, in these kind of moments, meet them?
Really not being ourselves, not turning the ball over. Really, that's the main thing. Defense getting turnovers. We had 2 today, 2 picks, and 2 rookies stepped up on defense and made plays for us.
What
what it's like to see that. I mean, not only the two guys on defense, but the rookie running back.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know why he didn't score. I would have scored. He said he was looking at the sideline and people was telling him to go down for what I don't know. Why he looking at the sideline running anyway. But man, that's just huge. It's kind of like next man up mentality. You know, we always want money out there, but Ronaldo went out there and took advantage of the opportunity he had.
What did you see from just George's first?
You really did. Got that interception. Clutch.
That was a dot for sure from Brock. And the concentration by George with a guy kind of raking at it and getting his feet in bounds.
You guys had 483 yards total offense. Did this feel more like your guys' kind of game?
We feel like every game is our game. If we don't turn the ball over, like if we don't beat ourselves on, you know, it's kind of hard to give a game.
I don't think he understood the question. He's just been like, is this you guys? This is your identity. Is this what you guys did today? Is this you guys? I think that's what he meant. Like,
way, you know. So I feel like we don't turn the ball over and manage the clock like we normally do and run the ball well and hit passes here and there. I feel like we're pretty good.
Devo, Mike
Describe
McDonald,
football.
Seahawks head coach, who's in charge of that Ravens defense on Christmas Day, where gave you guys a really rough time. How much?
Say it again.
Mike McDonald, Seahawks head coach, was running the Ravens defense. Gave you guys a real hard time on Christmas Day last year. How much does it mean for Brock and for all of you guys to come in here and just kind of put that to rest?
speaking of the Mike McDonald situation, because Mike McDonald was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens last year, and we all know that Brock Purdy had his worst game. I don't remember, like 4 interceptions, I think it was. That's bad just thinking about that. Seattle doesn't have the personnel that the Ravens do. So I wouldn't even gone into this game thinking, hey, it's going to be, like facing the Ravens. That didn't cross my mind for half a second. Then not to mention some coaches who are great coordinators are not as good as head coaches. So I personally, for me as a fan, I didn't look at it as a revenge game for Brock Purdy having to win this game because Mike McDonald is a great defensive coordinator. Well, he's not a defensive coordinator. He's a head coach right now. And we all know, what's his name? I can't remember. The offensive coordinator for the Patriots became the coach for the Raiders. I can't think of his name. But that bum was a great offensive coordinator. But he's a bum head coach. You could be a bum head coach and be a great coordinator. It happens. We've seen it. So let's see what his response is.
I didn't know that. I don't know that we was thinking about that. Either we was just coming in and knew we had a game today.
Smart.
And, it was a must win, and we went out there and got to do it.
Smart.
How do you spend the long weekend before getting ready for
Oh, we just cool now. Like, we vibe and got to get off your feet a little bit and rest.
Thanks, you. Great. Thanks.
Who's next? Brock Purdy? How long is that interview? It's a bit long.
Your feet a little bit and rest.
Thanks, you. Great. Thanks.
Let's watch Brock Purdy. Hey, Daddy.
Go ahead, guys. Brock, you said during the week that you saw a lot of Seattle's defense, what you saw from Baltimore last year with Mike McDonald, but you obviously performed a lot better this time out. Were there things you saw in this game you kind of thought, okay, I see this and now I know how to navigate it?
Sort of. I think just going into the game, it was, if they run this is my answer, and simple as that. I just try to keep it simple and obviously check the ball down when I needed to and hit my number one.
Let's be real. Okay, how many times have you looked at the screen and Brock Purdy does not throw the check down when he needs to? He scrambles and he makes a play. He makes a play happen when he scrambles. But, to not scramble is to take the check down. You know what I mean? So when the play breaks down, I'm just saying, he doesn't exactly take the check down when he needs to.
Under number 2 in my progression as efficiently as I could, and I just kept it simple. Last year in that game, I feel like I just got out of rhythm and I was trying to force stuff, and I just wasn't playing in the right mindset of being aggressive, being smart, and taking what the defense gave me. So I learned my lesson in that game, and then coming into this game, obviously new personnel. It's the Seahawks, not the Ravens, and so for me it was all right. Similar scheme, yes, but this is what we're trying to attack, and how can I be efficient as best as I can. So that was my mindset.
Brock, you mentioned kind of the need to find your identity as a team, and you have a game like this that you need to win, and then you have some injuries, and you have unseen replays, and all these things kind of going against you. What kind of step towards finding your identity do you think you want to take?
Yeah, obviously there's always going to be stuff that you can clean up, and for us, our standard is high here, and so I think a lot of us would go to, all right, like we could have done this or that and be better here. But I think at the end of the day, man, it's a team sport. And so
I'll be real. I know it looks a little Coles-ish, but I kind of like his jacket. It's got like a leather jacket vibe, but at the same time, it's not. You know what I mean? I kind of like it.
Go 4 quarters with all these different kinds of emotions and parts of the game, and to be able to rally together and defense get a turnover and then us score a touchdown at the end. And it's just that's team football, man. And that's the sport that we play. So I feel like we did take a step in the right direction for sure. And we're always going to have stuff that we're going to be hard on ourselves and need to grow and get better at. But I really do think that we all as a team came together and found a way today really well. So.
Yeah.
Take us through the touchdown
Second half a lot better.
Trust value with it.
Yeah, I mean, the first one you talking about, or both? The first one, man, yeah, just obviously a third down play, but for us, I saw just him have leverage on the outside, and I just needed to give him some space. He did a great job of breaking down and being at the right depth and the landmark, and he's really good at that. And so for me, it's just trusting and laying it on the sideline, knowing that my guy can go get it, and then the fact that he kept his 2 feet in was crazy. So. Awesome job on that. And then the second one, same thing. Though it was pretty tight coverage. We had a safety coming down on him, and then he cross face, tight window, and it comes down to that component of trust, man. That's both of them. Both touchdowns were just a trust factor. So something that we've continued to grow at, throughout the offseason and throughout the games that we've played together. And then tonight it showed really well. So very proud of him.
Anticipation does require trust. If you're going to throw it like right before they make the cut, you got to trust they know the right route, and you got to trust they're going to cut enough to get that separation. So yeah, I do agree. He's one of the best anticipation throwers in the league today, and that does require faith. That requires trust from the receiving end. It really truly does. If you're going to throw the ball before someone breaks, that requires a lot of trust. Game in the hand, because no one's going to look at that play and be like, Brock Purdy threw that ball and that was an interception, that was bad. All because a wide receiver didn't cut right, couldn't get separation, couldn't do his job, and it's because Brock Purdy had faith in him. So I 110% agree where he's coming from when he says that.
Did this feel like
Rick Diaz says, let's go 49ers. Bang, bang. What up, man? Hey, guys. Hey, faithful across the country. Crunchy. Nice. Across the world and empire, Chicago, where I live and die. Nice. Chicago, okay. It's not enemy territory, so it could be worse. We got a big-time challenge where we play the Kansas City Chiefs, and everybody knows that. We do. We got a challenge. We haven't beaten them yet. It's a big deal. It's a big, big game. Now, is it a Super Bowl game? No. It is a game to know. It's validation. It's validation that, hey, we can beat the Chiefs because we've done it before. You know what I mean? We need that validation, especially if we beat them this year and we go to the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl and we face them again. Having that validation that we beat them before would seriously go a long way for player morale. 110%. Are you a dire 49ers fan, my friend? I am, dude. I've been a 49ers fan from the worst of years, bro. From the worst of years. I agree. Your friend. You're right. I agree. Hey, you said it, man. Hey, you said it, not me. I agree with you.
How it should feel? Like, did you kind of feel like this was a get right kind of game for the offense?
I mean, yeah, every opportunity we step out on the field, man, we want to do that. We want to get better and prove to ourselves that, we're going to play at the standard that we need to play at and that we're capable of playing at. And so tonight was another opportunity. It was a Thursday night game and a great team in the Seahawks, great environment. And so for us to come out and just do our job, do it well, and be efficient, I thought for all of us, it was, like I said, the right step in the right direction. And so there's stuff that we can still get better at, but more than anything, man, I'm proud of just how we all stuck together, man, as a unit. And when guys got banged up or went down, the next guy came in and did their job really well. So that's a good sign for all of us, and we just got to continue to walk this road together.
I really do hope that when he says we need to get better, that there's things that we need to get better at. I hope that he actually knows that. And I think he does, but just in case for like the whole entire players, I want them to know that they didn't play a perfect game. They played a good game. They played a good second half, got 3 touchdowns, etc. But there was things that definitely still need to be cleaned up throughout the entire game. So, yes, definitely get better. Appreciate the players stepping up, coming in and doing their job and playing fantastic, getting us the W. However, scheme-wise, cohesion-wise, there was some problems. Hopefully we can clean those up. I still don't think we're better than we were last year. That game was a good sign. But last year, compared to that game, I would say last year could have been that team would have done better, I think, in this game. Papa J in the house. OG Milwaukee. What up, Rick? Showing some love. I like that. We're all saying hi to each other. Just community, you know. So. Good to see you, man. Good.
The performance they had tonight, speaking of stepping up.
Yeah, it was awesome just seeing Renardo get his interception. Malik on the defensive side, man, that always fires us up on.
Rookies, baby. Rookies stepping up, got their first interceptions. Renardo Green, Malik Mustafa, clutch.
On the offense, and then obviously Isaac getting in at the end and pulling away. It was sort of like a little throwback memory of like when Jordan Mason got in a couple years ago and he had his run at the end. And but for those guys to step in, man, it's the NFL. It's, this ain't college, and it's it's the real deal. You're playing against the best of the best, and so for those guys to show up on Thursday night, a primetime game like that, it means a lot to all of us as a team, and them showing that. So we all got their backs, and we're going to continue to grow together. Thanks, guys.
All right, so that's the locker room interviews. We just did Deebo Samuel, and we just did Brock Purdy. And then we watched the Isaac Guerendo, all the players reacting to Isaac Guerendo's long run. Was it a tackle? Or was it a slide? And everyone gave their opinion on the run. I thought that was pretty funny. Deebo's like, I would have scored a touchdown. Dude, I don't know why he's paying attention to me on the side, man. I would have scored. Even though technically him sliding is a high IQ play, accident or not, it was a blessing. It was a good move, regardless how that unfolded. Witherspoon is super fast. Witherspoon is faster than Alex Guerendo. I can't remember what he ran, but I think he ran like a 4.2. Witherspoon did. So he ran pretty fast. Gotta give him credit there. Malik Mustafa was a stud, man. Stud. He got ankle sprain. He's day-to-day, but he should be good. Should be good. There's no problems there, so that's good. It's good. All right. That is everything. It's such a slow news day, man. I guess the Wolfie and Poggy show tomorrow at 9 a.m. is going to be a game changer. We're going to talk for about an hour at 9 o'clock tomorrow before the games at 10 o'clock. I am Pacific time. That is, we're going to be live at, I can't add right now, noon Eastern time. So if you guys want to join that live, you want to say hi, say what's up, tell Poggy to go fuck himself, whatever you want to do, man, join the conversation. We try to get to every single comment possible. Unless we get rated by Tom Grossi again, I try to get every single comment. I try. So, all right. That is everything today. There's nothing really much to talk about. I mean, with this this long week, don't want to talk too much about the Chiefs because I don't want to keep talking about the same talking point of all the things I think about that game. The only thing I want to say about that is I don't think it's a vindication that we should have won a Super Bowl or some shit. I don't think that way. But the way I do think about this game, as I said, like maybe 5 minutes ago, this game against the Kansas City Chiefs is validation for if we were to play them in a Super Bowl again, that, hey, we can beat them. It's validation for the players when they go into that Super Bowl and possibly play them again. And this is a what if. I'm not saying I made it sound like we're going to Super Bowl. I'm not that type of guy. Anything can happen throughout the year. We can lose. We almost lost it last year, so I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, Super Bowl. No, especially with this team. This team is still figuring things out. Okay, but if we go to the Super Bowl and we face the Chiefs again, we need this win for that reason. So I will talk about it more throughout the week. Next week, when we get closer to the games, maybe Friday, Saturday next week, I'll talk more about the Chiefs game. And yeah, and before I leave, just to reiterate what I said, nobody has long-term injuries from that Seattle game, which is amazing. Mason day-to-day. Pearsall should be back on Monday. Jordan Elliott back on Monday. Ward is day-to-day. Should be back for the Kansas City Chiefs game. The kicker, Matthew Wright, his MRI came back negative, so he should be able to play on Kansas City. And Malik Mustafa just has a day-to-day ankle sprain. That is a bullet dodge because an ankle sprain in football, man, is usually 90% of the time a serious one. So thank you, football gods. Appreciate you. All right, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna get out of here, make some dinner. Papa J, OG, thank you for your conversation, man. You're awesome, dude. That's not true. Seagulls got their feelings injured. They did, dude. Losing that game, dude, for them had to hurt. That had to hurt them bad, dude, for sure, for sure. You're not wrong. I stand corrected. Touche. Papa J, OG, good to see you, brother. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, 9 a.m., maybe. If not, take care, man. I'll see you next time. Rick Diaz, another turning into an OG, Rick Diaz. You're kind of getting there. You're almost consistent enough where I'm going to make you an OG, brother. I got to get a board of all the OGs right here. That's what I need to do. Get a board where it says all OGs, and you'll see your name up there. That's what I want to do at some point. So look out for that in the distant future. I don't want to make any promises, but Rick Diaz, good to see you, brother. I'm rambling on at that point. And Milwaukee, thank you so much for supporting the channel. And to everybody who watches this live later, if you like it, sub. Because, I go live every single day and I bring you this kind of energy, this kind of content just about on a daily basis. So, and if you like the live, of course, like it. It supports me. It gets me to grow. It validates me as a creator. Like, oh my God, look at that like number going up. I feel so good inside. So do that. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. All love, family. I'll see you next video. Well, I'll see you tomorrow on the Wolfie and Poggy Show. Wolfie and Poggy Show.